Hello everybody, my name is JC and today I will talk to you about the top 10 boys' names in Norway in 2017. These names are taken from SSB, the Norwegian Statistical Bureau, which has lists of the most popular names all the way back from 1880. It also shows how many people currently have a name if there are more than 5 people with said name. Okay, so at number 10 we have the name Isaac or Isaac, which is a Hebrew name meaning he will love. It was first on the list in 2012, but then dropped out and came back in 2017. This name was relatively popular in the 1880s until the 1920s, but it had a gradual decline. And then it got back into popularity again in the 1990s. Okay, so at number 9 we have the name Elias or Elias, which is also a Greek name, and this one means the Lord is my God. Elias was previously in the top 10 in 2006 and 2007, and then it reappeared in the list in 2017, a decade later. Like with the name Isaac, it was popular around 1880 to the 1920s with a small decline. However, it has never been out of fashion completely, and it also got its upswing in the 1990s. So at number 8 we have the name Noah or Noah, which is also a Hebrew name, this one meaning movement or comfort depending on the source. This name was first in the top 10 in 2011, and then it came back in 2016 and stayed until 2017. Maybe it will stay until 2018, who knows. This name, unlike the 2 previous ones, didn't really come into use until the 1970s and didn't get its upswing until the 2000s. Okay, so at number 7 we have the name Philip, which is a Greek name meaning lover of horses. This is actually our first name on this list that has been in the top 10 for more than a couple of years. This one has been in the top 10 for 6 years, since 2011. And it's also been a name that's been well known for a long time, but it didn't really get its current upswing until the 1990s. Then at number 6 we have the name William. The sources disagree a bit on where this name is from. It says that it's either German or English, but they both give the same meaning, which is strong-willed warrior. This has been in the top 10 for a bit longer than Philip, but only a couple of years. So this has been in the top 10 since 2009, and it is still going strong. This has never really been out of fashion, and it got its current upswing in the 1990s, just like Philip. Okay, so at number 5 we have the name Oliver, which is a French or Latin name meaning olive tree. Some people also claim it's an English name, ancestors, descendants. Personally, I think the French Latin origin is a bit more probable. It's been in the top 10 since 2008, and it's got its upswing in the 2000s. At number 4 we have the name Oscar, eller Oscar, which is the first Scandinavian name on the list. This one means divine strength. There is an alternative meaning, which is Irish, and that is Dee lover. However, considering this name has been used by Scandinavian royalty, I suspect that its use in Norway is more linked to the Scandinavian origin. This name has been in the top 10 since 2012, and unsurprisingly, since it is a royal name, it has been popular before. It was very high in the 1880s and then gradually declined in popularity until the 1930s, and it got its current upswing in the 1990s. And I mean, in some ways, it is a bit similar to Oliver. It has that beginning O sound, or O sound, as you'd pronounce it in Norwegian. And then at number 3, we have the name Emil or Emil. This is said to be a German name meaning to strive, excel, rival, industrious, and it is possibly connected with the name Emilia. This one has been in the top 10 since 2007, and it was also popular earlier in the 1880s until the 1920s, but it got its current upswing in the 1990s. When I hear this name, I think about the little naughty, mischievous boy in the story by Astrid Lindgren, the Swedish author. And my uncle is actually called Emil, and it suits him perfectly. So at number 2 we have the name Lucas or Lucas. This is a Hebrew name meaning light-giving or light-bringer, and it's probably a Latinized version of the original Hebrew name. And this is a relatively recent name. It came into use in the 1970s and got its upswing in the 2000s. And then at number 1 we have the name Jacob or Jacob. This is yet another biblical name, the 5th on the list, and it means supplanter. This one has been in the top 10 since 2013. It was relatively popular in the 1880s and then had a gradual decline until the 1920s, and it got its current upswing in the 1990s. So one thing I find pretty fascinating about this list is that there are 5 biblical names on it. And this is interesting because Norway, as you probably know, is a very secular nation. So why biblical names are so popular is anyone's guess. The other interesting thing is that if we compare it with the list of the girls' names, the girls' names list has names that have been in the top 10 for a relatively long time, whereas in the boys' names there are some names that have been there for, up to 10 years, but these are mainly in the top, and then the other names tend to come and go a bit more. So I just find that, a bit interesting, which leads me to think that the fashions for boys' names tend to shift more than the trend for girls' names. Which of these names did you like the best? I think that my favourite name is William, probably because I like multisyllabic names. But let me know which is your favourite and leave your comments down below. If you'd like to watch more, please comment, like, and then subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!